Hey everyone, how are you doing today? I hope that you're having an absolutely lovely day. Today I am drinking Tazo Awake English breakfast tea with a splash of milk. Some days all I want is a strong black tea and this hits the spot. Alright, to get into the video, today I'm going to be updating my Shop My Stash. If you are new to what a Shop My Stash is, this is where you go through your makeup collection and pull out some items that you would like to use or focus on for your predetermined amount of time. I like to do these every couple of weeks or so. I find that by the end of 2 weeks, I'm ready to reach for some new things. So first, let's go through the items that I pulled out 2 weeks ago, and then I'll talk about the new things that I would like to do. A lot of times I like to also randomly generate what I'm going to use. Today, I think I actually have the items in mind that I want to pull out. So I'm not going to be doing any randomly selecting today. But let's get right into the products I'm putting away. This is the foundation that I have been using. This is actually a sample of the Yensa BC foundation. And look, I'm almost done with it. I'm down to there. If I decided to finish this off, it wouldn't take much at all. I really like it. It is the foundation I'm wearing today. I do wear it over sunscreen, so especially on video, I tend to look really, really glowy. But the finish of it is very similar to what I would call like the Misha or the Purito. Skin-like with a bit of a glow. The shade Light Neutral works for me very, very well. I'll be putting that back for now. The highlight I had pulled out last time was my Bobbi Brown Pink Glow highlight. It's very pretty. I enjoyed wearing it in videos. I still am not sure about wearing this in day-to-day life, just normally, but I do like how it looks on film. For blush, one of the blushes I pulled out was my Flower Beauty Pinched Blush Balm. This I purchased last year and I remember just being over the moon excited about it, and I still really enjoy it. But since then, I've gotten even more into blush, and this is such a soft color now that I almost want to get more of a bright color in this formula because I do enjoy the formula. But when I put this on to use, I was surprised at how gentle of a look it was, which it sounds so funny coming out of my mouth because for years I was the type of person where if I was wearing blush, I didn't want people to notice I was wearing blush. So, that goes in with that vibe very well. But lately, I've been really liking blush. And it is a very pretty blush, so I will be keeping this, but putting it back in my stash. The two other blushes I was working on were powder blushes from Sydney Grace. These both came in mystery bags, so I don't think that they're currently available on their website. This is matte. It's the shade Belle of Georgia, and this one is more, I don't know, satiny, shimmery, and it's the shade Stiletto. I used both of them. I really like them. They're both pigmented, but not scary pigmented. This one in particular, Stiletto, has such a beautiful sheen to it that, ooh, I loved the effect that had when I wore it. So you can see it there swatched on the top of my hand, the sheen that it has. So pretty. But I'll be putting those away. For eyeshadow, I had pulled out my ColourPop Making Mauves palette, but it's a very, very pretty palette. I adore these tones. For the very first time ever, I'm feeling a little tired of these particular tones just because I was panning a shade. I'll get to it here in one of my updates, but I was panning a shade that was similar to this. Over 90 times I used that eyeshadow, so I was a bit tired of these types of tones, but in general, these are the tones I really like. So I did do at least one look with this palette that turned out really pretty. Lip products, I'll be putting all of these back because I did get to use them all once. This is my Wayne Goss lipstick in the shade Carnation. This lipstick surprised me. I'm gonna put up a picture of where I was wearing this, and I used it that day both as my lipstick and as my blush. And I didn't wear any eyeshadow. I felt like the lipstick was bold enough on its own, and I really enjoyed my look that day and wore really well this particular color, and so I feel like I fell in love with this lipstick. So yes, loved it. The shade Naked Blush from Flower Beauty, it is a little bit light for me, so I tend to pair it with a lip liner and then I like it more. So I did wear that at least once. I had my two ColourPop glosses, Luxe glosses, in the shade Come Through, the shade Slow Motion. I really, really like these. They have big doe foots on them, like the Maybelline ones, like the Fenty ones. They don't have any sort of a weird tingly sensation that like the Maybelline ones will give me sometimes. And they smell like candy. So yeah, I enjoy these and I like these colors. And I use my NYX Butter lipstick at least one time. This one can be a little pink for me, so it depends on the look that I'm wearing, but I really like the soft, spreadable formula. Okay, let's talk about the products I will be pulling out to use. So I'm gonna pull up my Purito Cica Clearing BB Cream. I have the shade 21 Light Beige. I tend to just go through a rotation with my foundation products. For highlight, I'm gonna pull out my MAC Double Gleam. This might be one of the shiniest highlights that I have. So it's probably not something that I will wear. That's a terrible swatch. It's probably not something that I will wear, you know, every day, but it's really nice for filming. I don't know why I have such a hard time swatching highlights. Oh well, you get the idea. It's shiny, it's very pretty. For eyeshadow, I have been craving my Kaleidos Lunar Lavender palette. Probably just the time of year I get really into these lilac-y tones. Let me quick swatch them. I won't swatch everything, just a couple of the shades. Let's do these two matte purples. Oh, they're so soft. I mean, they are just so blendy, so pretty. Yeah, I'm looking so much forward to using those. Let's get some of the shimmers. Let's do both shimmers as well. They're so sparkly. And this one is more of a topper shade, but it is still really, really pretty. And then of course this one. I feel like the swatch shows up better on my fingers than I did on my hand just now. But they are super sparkly, super beautiful. My goal is just to do at least one eye look with that palette. And this is funny, I just have one shadow in this little palette, but this is one of my shadows from JD Glow that I picked up not too long ago, and I haven't used this one yet. This is the shade Moscato. I wanted to make sure that I try this before I put it in my collection. So there's the shade Moscato. Beautiful rosy shade. Really pulling that single shadow. I'm tempted to pull a whole bunch of cream shadows too, but I'm going to resist so I can continue to focus on the eyeshadows that I'm panning. Let's talk about blush. So I have my e.l.f. What's this called? The Active Workout Ready Lip and Cheek Palette. This has 3 cream blushes and a highlight in it. I have used it, as you can see my marks there. I'm actually wearing the highlight today. It's just a glossy highlight and I think it's really pretty. This is one that I would wear more for every day, not just for filming. Anyway, so those are the colors. I was thinking about doing a get ready with me featuring this. Let me know if that would be interested in seeing that. But yes, this I will be pulling. So recently I ended up getting several different makeup pieces from someone's collection. So this is one of the items that I received. This is from Bare Minerals. This is a blush. This is the shade I'm Amused Rouge. And I admit I'm really nervous about using a loose powder blush, but I want to try it out just to see what I think of it. This is the shade here. It is a really pretty rosy tone and it seems to blend out really pretty. So I'm gonna experiment with that and see what I think. From the same person, I actually was given some lip products as well. So I have this Clinique Chubby Stick. This is in the shade number 7, Super Strawberry. I have a feeling I'm really gonna enjoy that. But I have never used a Clinique Chubby Stick before, so I'm excited to try it. She also gave me this Color Design lipstick in the shade Vintage Rose. This is how it looks in the bullet. That is the shade there. Of course, I'm swatching it over a blush. That's not right. Let's swatch it over here where it's not over a blush. There, that's a better swatch. But that is from Lancome. And then lastly, she gave me this lipstick from Wet n Wild. This is the shade Breeze. That is it right there. That one looks especially sheeny. So I need to try these out to see if they will work for me. So I'm gonna put them in my stash. I'm going to pull 2 more lip products. Both of them are from Kaleidos. I have the Lip Tonic, which is like their liquid lipstick. I have the shade Immersion, and then the gloss, they call it their Lucid Lip in the shade Dramatize. I don't know if they're discontinuing these because they have slowly been like not replacing different shades on their site, but that really makes me sad because they're beautiful. They are just lovely formulas. This shade Immersion in the Lip Tonic has to be one of my favorite lip products in my entire stash. Even though it's a liquid lipstick, it's very watery and thin, like you can kind of see the consistency there. So I feel like it's more of like a lip stain. It's really, really comfortable. And this particular color, it's kind of like similar to the shade of my lips naturally. So I love it. And the gloss looks kind of crazy. It's very shiny and sparkly and it looks like a crazy red color, but it's a sheer gloss. So with the sheerness and the sparkliness, it just makes your lips look juicy. And you can see from the swatch that it's sheer and not nearly as red as it looks in the tube. All right, and I am done. It's always so exciting to pull out products, even if I have used them before. I don't know, it's almost like getting new makeup to play with again. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope again that you're having a wonderful day and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye.